All right, my friends, we are learning about O this month. And as I mentioned at the beginning, we've learned already a first way to spell the oi sound in the beginning and middle of words, and that is when you see an OI. You'll see it at the beginning like in oil, you'll see it in the middle like in boil, but you'll never see it at the end like in boy. That is where OY comes in. English words don't end in I. English words don't end in I or U or V or J. There might be one or two others that I'm missing. I don't know why. Somebody just decided, Mr. Webster maybe just decided that English words don't end in I. We do borrow a lot of foreign words that end in I, but they're not spelled if their origin is English. So we use that OY to spell the oi sound at the end of words. And that's what we're going to be seeing today. You're going to see a lot of words that end with OY, and it just simply says oi, that big drastic diphthong where your mouth really changes shape. Oi. It's like as far apart from the beginning of that sound to the mouth shape at the end of it. Oi. You're puckering all the way to stretching. Oi, oi, a very drastic diphthong. All right, and you will find oi at the at the end of short and long words. It doesn't really matter on the length of the word. If you're spelling oi at the end of any length word, it's going to be spelled O-Y. And if you see oi at the end, it says oi. E almost said father. Ah, father to farther. Yeah. Hi, Blair, is an English word that does end in I, and the only explanation I have heard is just short for hello. That's not much of an explanation for me. I wish I had a little bit more of why I is allowed to get away with that spelling. I don't know. I might have to research that one, but you're right. I is an exception. All right, let me share my screen. Okay, so here we have an O that has two consonants after it. So this O is going to say ah. Make sure you drop your jaw intentionally. Ah. If it just hangs there, it's going to change into a schwa sound and say So we want to intentionally drop the jaw to differentiate between those two sounds, and ah. Ah, you have to engage your jaw. O-Y is our reading hack for the day that says oi. So our sounds are d, ah, p, oi, da, poi, da, poi. All right, what would yours say over here? So since this O has two consonants after it, it will say ah. That's the tap 2 rule. O-Y says oi, oi. So the sounds are t, ah, f, oi, tofoy, tofoy. Now, since we're talking about exceptions, you will see OY in another word where it's in the middle. It's not at the end. It's a very rare exception that OY will be in the middle of words. And that's if it's that's if it is at the end of a syllable, such as in royal or royalty. But usually when you see OY, it'll be at the end and it just says oi. All right, now for fun, what would this word say if it had only one F in it? Now what would say tofoy? Tofoy. What would this word say with only one P in it? Doughboy. Good. Doughboy. What would this word say if this P right here was an I? Doy-poy. Doy-poy. Yeah, that's a tongue twister, isn't it? All right, let's go down to number 2. Here we have a 2-letter consonant blend. Make sure you grab that R. This O is going to say ah because of the 2 consonants after it. OY says oi at the end of words, or at the end of, in the middle of royal. But that's the only exception that I know of, is words related to royal. So our sounds are t, ah, n, d, oi. Blending those together. Trondoi. Trondoi. Okay, what would yours say over here? Yep, so this O is going to say ah because of the tap 2 rule. OY says oi. So our sounds are p, ah, n, s, oi, pronsoi, pronsoi. How did you do on tafoi and pronsoi? How many of those did you get right on your own out of those two? Okay, good. I was hoping you would say that. Nice. Let's keep going. Do number 3 without me. This one over here. Okay, this O is going to say O because there's a vowel 1 or 2 doors away. This O has to be seen together with that Y. We're training our subconscious to recognize that OY as a unit. It's a vowel team. It's a grapheme. It's one unit of sound. And that unit of sound is quite a multitude of microsounds, isn't it? That diphthong oi. But we're learning to recognize it as one unit that makes technically one sound, oi. So we have p, ul, o, s, oi, plosoi, plosoi. What would that word have said with 2 s's? Plasoi, plasoi. What would that word have said with 2 s's and no p? Lasoi, lasoi. What would that word say with no P and only 1 S? Losoi, losoi. Brilliant. How did you do on 3 without me? So I kind of know where to go from here. Did you get it? And all of those, all additional questions, how did you do on all of those? Okay, nice. All right. You guys are getting good at this. Try this number 4 right here. Make sure that you articulate this SH and this S the way that it is intended. SH, your lips are puckered forward. Sh. S, they are stretched back. S. So sh versus s. Okay, this O is going to say ah because of the tap 2 rule. OY says oi. Our sounds are sh, ah, s, t, oi. Shamstoi. Making sure that we pronounce the SH and the S correctly. Shamstoi. Shamstoi. Now let's play around with this word a little bit. What if, I wonder if I should prep you for this one. Let me think. Okay, I'm just going to preface it by saying this. Don't forget that O can say the schwa sound sometimes. And if you're brand new, O will make the schwa sound when it's toward the end of a multisyllable word and there's a consonant after it. So then what would this word say if that Y was an M? Now it is shamstum. 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 Yeah? Why am I stopping after the M? Shamstoi. I wish I knew. Oh, never mind, because my mouth had to change to the ST. Okay, Sham. I love that you're recognizing that what your mouth is doing, because my friends, if you can be aware of what your mouth is doing, every sound will come out the way you want. Because a sound is just a collection of mouth shapes, or it's just a particular mouth shape. Some sounds your mouth has to move to make the sound, like I, or A. Your mouth has to move to make the sound. Some sounds are just static. They just stay, like S or P. There's only one mouth shape. But if you can learn to really focus on what your mouth is doing, every time it changes, the sound will change. Every time your tongue moves, the sound will change. And when the sound changes in the word, there better be a letter there that represents that sound, or else we are reading the word incorrectly. So that's why we do so much sound work at the beginning of class, so that those can get mastered in our mind. So then every single grapheme in the word has a job, has a related sound that is attached to it. So well done on that awareness, Blair. All right. Let's do this number 4 right here. Try this one. Grab the R. So this O is going to say ah because of the tap 2 rule. This OY says oi. Our sounds are ch, ah, p, oi. Chomproy. Chomproy. I want you to blend these two sounds together, the P and the R. So it's more of a blowing purr than a chomp, pause, roy. So instead of saying chomp, roy, blend the PR together using a lot of air with that P. So it comes out as chomproy. Chomproy. Then that PR blend will be nice and stuck together as intended. Chomproy. Okay, let's come down here to, actually back up here. What would that word have said if that last letter was an N? Now it's chomprun. Chomprun, because now this O has to change to the schwa sound. Okay, chomprun. All right, now any requests for some extra practice words? Number 10? All right, my friends, let's try number 10. Go for it. So we have a 3-letter blend and a 2-letter blend right here with a consonant before it. Make sure you grab this R and this L. Those are going to be the tricky letters to read. Okay, we have requests are 10, 8, 3. Let me know if you want any others. Don't forget the L and the R. Make sure that you're focusing on the shape of your mouth, grabbing those letters and putting them where they're supposed to be. It does change, Julie. That's a good question. We'll do number 4 too. All right, so in number 10, we have this O that says ah, this OY that says oi. So our sounds are s, p, o. Make sure that P is voiceless, only air. Ah, n, t, oi. Splontroy. Splontroy. How'd you do on splontroy? Yes, Y, almost A. Splontroy. Okay, good. Let's try number 8. Number 8. So this O is going to say ah because of the tap 2 rule. This O will say O because of the tap 2 rule. OY says oi. We have k, ah, s, t, O, P, Oi. Claustropoi. Focus on these three sounds, those three consonants, making sure that you say each sound as it's intended. Claustropoi. Really articulate each of those three sounds. Claustropoi. How'd you do on that one? Y or A? Yes or almost? Good. Okay, thank you. Let's try number 3. So this word has a short O because of those two P's and an oi at the end. So our sounds are ch, ah, p, oi, blending them, chopoi, chopoi. What would that word have said with only one P? Chopoi, chopoi. What would that word have said with only one P with the last letter being an M? Don't know how to make an M. There we go. Chopum, chopum. And with two P's and that last letter being an M. Chopum, chopum. Well done, my friends. All right, number 4. Try number 4. Yes, very good, Julie. Take your time. Okay, so we have an SH digraph with our lips puckered forward. This O is going to say O because there's a vowel in the next 1 or 2 spots. This O is going to make a short sound with our jaw intentionally dropped, ah, because there are 2 consonants after it. O-Y says oi, usually found at the end of words, almost always. So our sounds are sh, o, t, ah, b, oi. Show ta boy, show ta boy, show ta boy. How did you do on that one? Number 4 was a good one. Yeah, I know. That was a good choice. How'd you do on show ta boy? Y or A? Yes or almost? Okay, good. Now, what would show ta boy say if there were 2 T's? Now it would have to say shaw ta boy. With 2 T's and 2 B's, shaw ta boy. That's a doozy. What if there is 2 T's and 1 B? Now we have chateau boy, chateau boy. What if there's only 1 T and 1 B? Shoto boy, shoto boy. What if there is 1 T and the last letter is an M? Shotobum. Shotobum. Good. I think if I think of one more for that. And then what again? Once again, what does this word say? Just like it is. This would say O. This would say ah. Shota boy. That was a good one, huh? Shota boy. All right, my friends. Hopefully you feel like your brain got a little bit of a workout today. Every time you come, those nerve pathways are sinking deeper and deeper. You might not be able to see that you're making progress. You might not be able to tell, but that's just because being better is your new normal. So it's hard to measure the distance because you can't remember what it was like before. That's a good thing. Keep coming and you'll keep improving. Have a wonderful night, my friends. We'll see you on Monday. Bye, everybody.